Hi, Money and You graduates or soon-to-be graduates. My name is Vanessa Tan, and I am a Money and You graduate for the batch of October 2010, I believe. Money and You experience has been a very interesting experience for me. I'm now in the business of uncovering the potential and strengths of women and also showcasing them on the local and international platform. So it comes in a variety of ways. First, I work with the finalists of pageants, namely Miss Universe Singapore, and also currently running a pageant for Miss Singapore Global 2013. And these are the few ways that we lift up the spirits as well as the potential for the women that we meet, especially young women. We are also big on charity, so our company just adopted a couple of organizations. Last year, we were the sole fundraiser for Salvation Army Grace Haven Home, and we managed to, by the grace of God, we managed to raise 60,000 in 2 months for them. And we run the first and only inner beauty pageant as a charity dinner to raise funds for them. I think that's something quite interesting for us, and we were very blessed to be able to be featured on major medias such as Channel News Asia, Straits Times, New Paper, and the Sunday Times from Singapore. We've also been very blessed to be noticed by the media in Malaysia. So we just recently done an interview on BFM 89.9. So these are some of the things that have happened to me after I attended Money and You. I think if you were to ask me what's the main reason why you should come to Money and You is that there is always this deep inner core in you that will want to do better, want to be more and do more, and you, as a human being, there's always this higher purpose in life. And the moment you discover this higher purpose in life, your whole life will change. I think my whole life's changed when I came over for Money and You. It helped me gain a lot of clarity in terms of what kind of things I want to do and what is the main mission why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. So if you think that you are someone with a lot of potential, but without having the resources or the necessary platform to discover how great can you be, come for Money and You. Because the greatest fear is in any human being is not how small a game you play, it's actually how big a game that you think you'll be able to play. Thank you. What else?
So tell us your experience during Money and You. What was the process for you at the time?
Well, I guess Money and You's, like all Money and You graduates will tell you, they won't reveal too much of the details. It's more of a transformational process. Everyone has a different journey. I think my journey during Money and You was to really gain a lot of clarity. Before Money and You, the days for me were like, I'm working very hard. Even though I'm working very hard and I see good money, however, there's always this deep sense of unfulfillment that's in your life that you are not able to explain. But once you gain the clarity through Money and You, at least for me, through Money and You, when you know your sole purpose in life, your higher purpose in life, not only will you not work so hard for success, for career success, for financial success. In fact, I would say that the success will chase after you, because I always believe that when you become the right you, which is the name of my book, by the way, everything else falls into place nicely for you, and that's what Money and You did for me. It makes me understand who the real me is and truly following that sense of mission. And once that is in line with your higher purpose, all the other things will just come to you naturally. So this is something that I really want to share with potential fellow graduates of Money and You. Do come and discover for yourself.
So what was your life like before Money and You?
Chaos. Like I mentioned earlier, not just chaos, but things on the surface seems nice, peaceful, and stuff like that. But deep down inside, there's a sense of emptiness. There's chaos in your inner world, I would say. When you feel a sense of chaos or a sense of unfulfillment, you harbor a lot of hurt, unresolved feelings, and these are the things that will surface during Money and You. Don't be afraid to let this emotion surface, because it's just a releasing process. It's just a cleansing process. It's the same as you clearing all your unresolved baggages. The moment these baggages are done, the speed that you move right now will be much faster than before. Anything else I need to say?
You mentioned that you have a book.
Yes.
What is it about?
Okay. The name is called Be the Right You. Subtitle is The 15 Foundational Truths of an Empowered Woman. What we did was, this book served to answer one fundamental question, especially for ladies. So the question is, if you're not a wife to your husband, you're not a child to your parents, you're not a parent to your children, you're not a wife, and you're not an employee to your boss, or you're not a boss to your employees, then the question to you is, then who are you? So it helps to answer these fundamental questions. At the moment you are able to answer this question, a lot of things are able to fall into place. And we speak to different empowerment from different industries, from different age groups, ranging from Kim Kiyosaki. We managed to be very blessed to fly over to Japan, and we managed to meet the wife of Robert Kiyosaki, and she's called Kim Kiyosaki. She is the founder of richwoman.com. She's also a very successful self-made millionaire real estate investor. And from my experience of talking to her, you know that her direction is always very clear. Her direction is really to help other women gain financial independence. And by gaining financial independence and financial freedom, it gives them freedom to do a lot more things in other parts of their lives. So these are some of the wisdoms that we picked up from the interviews, and we distilled 15 principles or 15 truths of how you can also do more and be more. So this book will be launched in Singapore on the 11th of May. If not mistaken, should be launched in the second day of the National Achievers Congress. National Achievers Congress in Singapore, basically it's run by Success Resources, one of the major mega event organizing company in Singapore. They bring in people like Tony Blair, the former Prime Minister of UK. This year I think they are bringing in Richard Branson. So I'm very, very blessed to be able to have a really a slot to be able to at least let me meet Richard Branson, and I will be launching my book there. We're also very blessed to meet really nice Malaysian counterparts, so there's a very high chance that we are bringing the book into Malaysia.
Awesome. So what made you decide to write this book? What was the feeling that you got before you decided to write this book, and why the title?
Okay.
As well?
I think this book is born from an experience that I had when I was young. It didn't occur to me that it would fundamentally change the way that I do things. But of course, through Money and You, it reminds me or helped me because that experience that changed my life. So what happened is that when before I was doing what I was doing, I graduated with a bachelor degrees in honors with NUS, National University of Singapore. And what happens is that we did a degree in social work. So my specialty lies in counseling people. We handle cases of child abuse and handle cases of physical neglect, emotional neglect for children. And there was this experience where I always remember this little girl. She's one of my clients. She came to me because her mother wanted to stab her to death. And she stopped herself, thankfully, and she called a church worker for help. And that church worker referred the case to the Ministry for Ministry of Community Development, Youth and Sports, which is the Welfare Department of Singapore. And that case came to us, and we were negotiating with the mom, where while we placed this girl in foster care, she can work on her own issues. Namely, she was suffering from stomach cancer, and she was suffering from depression as well. So there was this moments of triggers whereby she could not control herself, and then that led to the unfortunate event that she wanted to kill her daughter. So for the safety of the girl, we proposed to her that you will work with your issues while we work on the girl's issues by placing her in a foster care for the temporary arrangement, so that we can do some counseling with her and stuff like that. That negotiation didn't do very well, in fact, and I picked the wrong place to negotiate, because we were negotiating in the kitchen, and she was telling me the ministry were to bring my daughter away from home, that means to take my child away from home, I will kill myself right for you. So that experience was quite traumatic for a 24-year-old girl. And then I brought in my senior colleagues to deal with the mom, and I went over into the room, because we tried to shelter the lady or the girl from all these unnecessary traumatic events. So I was sitting down on her bed, tiny small little bed, and she was sitting down beside me, and she was pulling the hem of my skirt, and then she reached out and went over to my ear and she said, "I'm scared. Please protect me." And that was the 6 words. That 6 words changed the way I do things. And it didn't come to me very obviously in a glaring manner. It's only when I went through Money and You, and like I said, it help you gain more clarity in terms of your purpose and your mission. And yeah, and that I recall that incident, and it hit me again that my mission in life is really to empower the young ladies in Singapore and hopefully reaching out to the regional countries as well.
Amazing.
Thank you.
So much.
Anything else you want to ask
so
me?
much for sharing.
No problem, it's all in the book, you can read. You're not ready, right? Not ready, right?
Okay.
Okay.